No one really noticed Liana when she walked down the halls of Ridgeview High. She was the kind of girl who blended into the background, quiet, withdrawn, and always wearing her hoodie like armor. While others mingled in groups and laughed loudly between classes, Liana stayed on the edge, invisible. But what most people didn't know was that she chose to be invisible. She didn't need attention. She needed peace. After the things she had survived, peace was everything. It was a cold Thursday morning when everything changed. The school bell had just rung, and most students had scurried off to their classes. Liana, as usual, was walking calmly, a few steps behind the rush, holding her books close. Her long dark hair partly covered her face, and her eyes remained low, focused on the tiled floor. She wasn't in any hurry. That's when she heard them, the familiar voices. Loud. Laughing. Cruel. The hallway that had been almost empty suddenly became a stage for cruelty. "Hey, hoodie girl." A voice barked from the lockers ahead. 3 boys turned to face her. They were part of the football team, big, loud, and used to getting away with everything. One of them, Kyle, was especially known for his arrogance. He swaggered toward her, smirking like he had the power to do whatever he pleased. Liana didn't flinch. She kept walking, eyes still down, hoping they'd get bored and let her pass. But Kyle stepped right in front of her. "You too good to say hi," he sneered. The other boys laughed. She looked up at him, just briefly. Come. Blank. Unbothered. That annoyed him. "Say something," he shouted. When she didn't respond, he raised his hand and slapped her across the face. The slap echoed down the hallway. Time slowed. Liana's books dropped to the floor. Her cheek burned, but her expression didn't change. She blinked once. Then twice. And then, slowly, she looked up into Kyle's eyes, not with fear, but with focus. Her voice was calm, low, almost a whisper, "Don't touch me again." Kyle laughed like it was a joke. "Or what?" he mocked, reaching out to shove her shoulder. But he never got the chance. In a blur of motion, Liana's hand shot up, grabbed his wrist, twisted it around his back, and then, with precise speed and cold control, she bent his arm and snapped his elbow. The cracking sound was horrible. Kyle screamed in pain, falling to his knees, cradling his broken arm. The other boys stood frozen, faces pale, unsure what had just happened. Liana didn't say a word. She bent down, picked up her books, and turned to walk away. Just then, a teacher came running from the nearby classroom, having heard the scream. She looked from the crying boy on the floor to the calm girl walking away and blinked in disbelief. It didn't take long for the news to spread. By lunch, the entire school was whispering about the quiet girl who broke Kyle's arm. Some were shocked. Others were secretly cheering. Many students had been humiliated by Kyle and his friends at one point or another, but no one had dared to fight back. Until Liana. In the principal's office, Liana sat quietly as the staff tried to piece together what had happened. Kyle's friends had little to say, they were too scared. The security cameras confirmed everything. Liana had defended herself, nothing more. She was let go with just a warning. That night, while the gossip buzzed across social media and group chats, Liana sat in her small backyard, practicing punches and kicks in silence. Under the porch light, her movements were fluid, powerful, focused. Her uncle, a retired military instructor, had taught her everything. After Liana's father had left and her mother had fallen ill, her uncle had stepped in, not just to care for her, but to prepare her. "You don't fight to hurt," he had told her once. "You fight to end it." The next day at school, no one dared mock her. Some looked at her with respect. Others with awe. One girl, someone who had also been bullied, walked up and simply said, "Thank you." Liana nodded. She didn't want fame. She didn't want revenge. She just wanted to be left alone. But in standing up that day, she had unknowingly given strength to others. In the weeks that followed, something remarkable happened. Other students who had been quiet like Liana started to open up. They spoke out. They stood tall. The school slowly became safer, not because the bullies were punished, but because someone had shown them that silence didn't mean weakness. One afternoon, as Liana walked home alone, her earbuds in and her hoodie up, she paused near the lake behind her house. The wind rustled the trees. The sky turned soft with evening light. She sat on a bench and watched the water ripple. For the first time in a long time, she felt light. She smiled, not because she had hurt someone, but because she had chosen not to be afraid. That moment was hers.